Don't know why I still collect those. I have like way too many of those anyway. Oh, hello. A new dude. Hello, new dude.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Oh. This is interesting. I work for the Ascalon Club. Interesting. Alright, sure, I'll go with that. It's blue, it's new. So why the fuck no?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
Interesting.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report Geoffrey McCollum. What the fuck is Geoffrey McCollum? Do you know Fergal Bansha? Who was Geoffrey McCollum? Don't know. Fuck it.
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Geoffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Perhaps vampires.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale. It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
I found her! How can I tell him that I found her? Let's see if I'll click this again.
What are you...
I have a...
Tell me...
She's...
Do you...
No.
What are you...
No.
Do you have...
No.
No. Okay. No, I cannot tell him that I found her. God damn it.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Interesting. And you're a healthy motherfucker.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Okay. Interesting convo. Can I open the doors now? I can, yay! And they will not be locked anymore. Hooray! Hello. Hooray!
Stay a little longer this time.
Hello.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Okay. I was wondering, how the hell do you know her name? I guess, well, doctor-patient thing.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Really? That's the whole thing that you saw on my face? Red eyes, veins all over pumping. Seriously.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Okay.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Alright, I get it. You're hating like crazy on me, bitch.
May I look at your good...
It's always a...
Yeah, let's see what you're selling. Opium! Yep, gonna buy. Gonna buy. Everything, please. Don't need anything else, I guess. Yep. Wait!
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Yeah. We haven't finished talking yet.
Good evening, Miss...
You know...
You're healthy, great.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Interesting. I did unlock hint, but don't
Goodbye
see
for
it.
now.
Okay.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
I cannot enter.
Open this door, or I loot your shop. I warned you. You no listen. Why you no listen? Why?
It's locked
Don't
already.
worry. I am glad to see you again.
Is that the daughter? The daughter. Downstairs. I cannot go downstairs then. Oh, maybe I can go downstairs then. Hello. Stairs. My favorite thing. Oh no! Am I going to the sewers? I don't want to go to the sewers. Well, that was a fucking waste of time. We went to the sewers. Okay, so we spoke with one dude, second lady. Now third lady is unavailable. For now. Okay, oh. What the fuck? Why would you have the Privan here? Oh, blood.
Sorry, sir, no admittance. Wouldn't come any closer. Die, burning!
What? Just want to investigate the blood. Oh, new hideout. Nice. Squeaky, squeaky. All the mousey over there. Squeak, 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 squeak. Hello. Hello, hello. No need to refill, I guess. Oh, shillings. Do I need to... Yes, I can craft this. Nice. Just in case. How much blood points I actually have? Don't even know. 135. So... This gives me 100. This gives me 140. Okay. So that's almost full. Sure. I mean, not almost full, it's full with some extras. So I'll craft that. Alright. This gives me 60, so if I'll use 2, I'll be almost full. Yep. Okay. I see the fatigue medicine really helped me. I mean, the crafted one. I crafted 16, we're at 9 at the moment, so we used 7 fatigue medicines. Holy shit, that's a lot. That is actually a lot. Okay, where am I now? Okay, over here. Oh, I thought it was a garbage can. Okay, unknown. Saw someone else popping up. Maybe it was the detective card. Maybe it was someone else.
It's locked.
Yeah, I know. I'm just pressing. I see the red lock and I'm still pressing. Because I don't believe. Maybe you're lying. No? How do I know? Maybe you are lying.
The Fool and the Empress, again. What are the cards trying to tell us?
I know, but I'll do that. The crime of lost knowledge. Vampires are dangerous, deadly, vicious sometimes. This is a fact and I won't deny it. Okay, it's like that song. And that's precisely, I thought it was about to say preciously. Maybe it's preciously? No, it's precisely, isn't it? Yeah. Why we must understand what they are, sometimes who they are, in order to achieve a better mutual understanding. Do you remember the interview with Titus Flavius Josephus? Okay, I thought that's it. No, 3 names. Alright. Conducted by one of us in 1548, when he finally encountered the creature in Spain. Do you remember how each of the very careful chosen words expressed by this vampire warmed our heart each time we read them? for they were all extraordinary windows to a past of which we only have glimpses. Well, Titus Flavius Josephus is no more, since the Vatican's hunters destroyed him a few weeks ago, and with him vanishes unearthed treasures of knowledge about the pillars of our civilization. This is a crime, probably, yes, okay, as heartbreaking as the killing of an innocent life by a vampire. This is exactly why the path of the Guard of Privan is as criminal as it is barren. For each time they successfully conduct one of their methodical hunts on the old vampires of England, instead of carefully and respectfully approaching them, they destroy a part of our common roots with the immortals. They wipe an opportunity and, the concept of great hunt is a crime, for it blindly kills words and thoughts. From drinking at the Fountain of Knowledge by Usher Toltree, like a tall tree. Okay. Hey dude.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Is it the cards that tell you that?
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Oh, the fuck is going on?
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
So you're a vampire. Maybe. If he is a vampire, I won't be surprised how he knows so much about me. Could be observing me from the side, you know?
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Privan, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Come on, you can't... No, don't do that. For fuck's sake, don't do that. Don't read my journal when you find it, No. I'm gonna fucking read your journal now.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
God damn it. Fuck it.
Here is the money.
Redemption. A strong man eager to help and support the weak. A criminal who redeemed himself. A better life. Rebuilt from scratch.
Tom Waits. What? The fuck was that about Tom Waits? Where is Tom Waits? Tom had been in jail for attempted murder. Is that the new thing? Okay.
Can you read the
Put the money on the table.
Perhaps later.
I don't have any more money. God damn it.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
That was weird. I'm not sure if it will show in post. Like when you see the video, but right now during recording there was like an audio jump.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
I would rather not know.
Okay, after he told me.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
She did not deserve this fate. If only I could have convinced her. Yeah, she did not deserve.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. The pain will never stop.
Okay.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Okay.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. A red river, a song in the dark, the whispers of a sun. So many signs to interpret.